My content is for 13 and up, or adult collectors of the product.
We have the new Zeal Achilles now. Let's review it. Hello everyone, and for this video, we'll be reviewing Quad Strike Zeal Achilles. Now I want to give a huge shout out to Truso from the WBO for actually helping out get this release. So a huge shout out to them. It is greatly appreciated. Particularly, I'm not too crazy on some of the Quad Strike releases. Some of them for Hasbro only have been nice. Other times, no. Here we have the back of the box. There is a lot to go over, so we'll be going over it. And this is where all the budget went into Quad Strike. You have your new launcher. They don't have the thing anymore. You lock the armor tip, by the way. It's a dual spin. I don't really like using these. If they want to give a longer cord, they can. Otherwise, these things really have no use for me. And yeah, just figured to show it at least. Going over to our part by part, we have our drive chip, which is Achilles. Now, obviously, if we do a side by side, like we like to do here with the original Takara Tomy release, yikes, yikes, yikes. Everything that has detail is, I can't even see this. I can't even see where it actually starts. I can barely make it out just because of the eye. If you compare it to some of the past stuff, granted I have painted them because they were missing detail, it's probably the worst one visually. Like, objectively, it's the worst one visually. All the other ones, I put stickers on this one, all the other ones have had way more detail and paint and decal than this one has. Now, another thing to mention. The slopes on this are, I would say, you know, decently alright. I think kind of better than Nidhogg. It's kind of hard to determine between the two. It is worse than Basilisk, but it's better than all the bottom tier Quad Drive left stuff, so the core is, I guess, a highlight in that regard, but nothing is too tight. Basilisk is your closest. This is just okay. Kind of like Valtryek Phoenix tier for left. The other thing is that the core should have been dual spin. This was dual spin. And now, like Astral Spryzen, they have stripped away a core gimmick with dual spin. They couldn't even just, at least just leave it on the right side. Why pick the left side? No, but that's what they do. Then after have our blade, which is Zeal. So obviously, what a difference if we see side by side. So the main thing with the Zest blade, with all these combinations, is that depending on your configuration, other than the fact that it was dual spin, you could have an armor attachment, and depending on where you put it, you could either be attack or you could be defense, right? All these different configurations. You don't even have that, despite the fact that Union Achilles was able to do this. Not there. Not even that. At least Astral is dual spin. Not even dual spin. You have this locked in left rotation. And mind you on this, it is hollowed out and it removed the one thing that Zest was really good for. Now, if you can notice, there's a little bit of a nub right here. This is what's doing the contact. Zest was pretty much best for attack use, even if it was inconsistent. Here, they pretty much shaved it off. So now you get even more inconsistent attack performance to a point where it's honestly very low tier trash. We then have to get to probably one of the funniest jokes. They gave Giga when the original disc was illegal. This is not the right disc. Now listen, this is why we have to be fair to Hasbro. If there's some good things, there's some good things. If there's bad, there's bad. Now, while the gravity rings don't really matter to me, to be honest, I still find it hilarious. They could not do 4, instead they did 10. Hilarious. We then after have our armor tip, which is based on Quattro, and the massive that even if this does have a tighter spring than the previous one, I do not care. And the ball is semi-flat, still not corrected. The attachment is Quattro. Seemingly this should be Quattro when it's in its which the attachment should be based on this mode for Quattro, but this is already, that's what already Astral did. Mind you again that Quattro had multiple mode changes. Stamina, balance, attack, defense. Instead, we get like 2? Not even 2, just 1 out of 4. Even then, not really, and there's no rubber. 4.7 versus 8 grams. We then after have Zest without anything is about 6, and then after with the armor, or swords, whatever, 10 grams versus 8.24. Illegal, 31.7 on this copy. Giga, 25.06. 4 was about 13.93. 10 was about 1.64. Massive is about almost 6. Attachments about 3.15. Together 8.74 versus 10.76. In total, you get to about 48.37 grams versus 74.42. When we take a closer look at them, it is clear as day to who is who. It is an absolute shame that Hasbro base have deteriorated so much, and their visual appearance, performance, even Hasbro only, you cannot make an argument for this without the attachment. High mode. Yeah, dear God, man, dear God. Then afterwards we can see with the actual armor tip. And then after our side profile here, you know, it's kind of funny if you think about it, because this had what, like 48 modes, and then after we're now to 4. So I guess Hasbro really likes division. For the Achilles lineup in general, it's been honestly pretty rough. The original one was terrible, obviously, since they removed metal and all this stuff. Turbo actually had a lot of redeeming qualities, so for Hasbro only, Turbo at least had some good things going for it, the layer, the tip. Union had the chip and obviously the layer base, so that had something good going for it. We don't talk about Infinite Achilles. And now we don't talk about Zeal Achilles either. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. There we go, that's your one ripcord launcher launch. Now proper, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Seems alright, because their design was, the whole thing was supposed to be very close to like Hypersphere for the thing, and even like the actual stadium, the Thunder Edge, is kind of just partially Hypersphere, but they should have just opted for like the more sphere shapes. Oh my god, whoa, whoa, Zyphoid! Actually, I don't even know who gets this one. Probably Zyphoid because of the tip shape. Yeah, this thing does not really have much going for it, does it? 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Let it rip. We're up against Gambit Dragon, alright? And it's getting pummeled. Wow, so even like casually, not even comp right now, it can't even do anything. How do you recommend this? I don't get it. Gonna have a really easy time now. It's gonna be able to burst Guilty because the bases of all QS are just really tight. Yeah, okay, it beats Guilty. Okay. Does it beat Nidhogg? That's the question. Yeah, okay, it died. Does it beat Basilisk? Yeah, this should be a little bit easy for it. Cause like it's kind of got the potential there for like its attacks, but it's far too weak, and it needs the Ragnar G13 just to give it support. Alright, speaking of which, we have Ragnar up. Okay, it seems they're trying to go for a stamina match here. Unfortunately, this is not going to go in Zeal's favor right now. It just has no stamina. Alright, it's going to be able to beat Astral, because like Astral's the easiest to beat, so it's going to burst it probably. Right? Right? Oh my god. It's got the easiest final match. It's against Ultimate, okay? Ultimate. Okay. It should just OS Ultimate here. There's no reason why. If it loses to Ultimate, oh my god, I'll lose it. I'll lose it, man. At this point, we might have to just 3D print all of QS and just fix them up so that way they can actually work better. Oh my god. QR code, go scan it. So final thoughts. Is Zeal Achilles worth getting? Even if you're a Hasbro collector, you're trying to just do Hasbro only for comp and all that stuff, it's basically got nothing. You could maybe say the chip. We've already gotten so many releases with Giga, so I don't know if it feels right just to mention, but I guess Giga, The armor tip, I mean, maybe even in the stadium, but there's so many that have the exact same shape, you're not really missing out on anything. Zeal doesn't really seem that effective, so I'm going to say, if you see this, don't get it, hold off, or just try to get something else. This is not worth getting, and this is an example, okay, of releases where Hasbro does it. It just is not worth it.
And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on.
So with that being said, I want to quickly mention, if you want to see, for an example, some more in-depth testings, we have our other channel where we actually do that. So if you want to go see full sessions, you can go see there. And as well, as we are ending off, we have our store where pre-orders are still up, limited time, for Barricade Lucifer. So if you don't want to suffer with QS, there's always BU. Anyways, that's where we're going to be ending off this video. Again, huge thank you to Treecell for all the help getting all the stuff. Greatly appreciated, and that's going to be it for now. So I want to say thank you all for watching. Hope you all have an awesome and amazing day, and bye.